Hello. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of No Space, No Time World. My name is Cyrielle, and I'm here on the Conscious Consumer Network every Wednesday evening to take you through a meditation and to give out a healing transmission. So, we may soon have a guest, a client and friend I spoke to the other day. And the theme, as I have said before, is to share personal experiences of anomalies or glitches in the matrix. Many have personally told me of their experiences, but they're not willing to come forward. But the person I spoke to the other day had already dreamt of coming on a show with me and a bunch of ETs, apparently. So I thought, I think I should ask this person to come on the show. Because he's saying that basically it's already happened. So we will look forward to that at some point. Not sure when that will be. Okay. So this week we have a new healing transmission, the universal interface. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. It's quite different from the blueprint. It's quite different in energy from the blueprint. Yeah, energetically quite different. But it's yet another vital energetic system that I address for every single person I work with. And it can really go out of balance in a big way and have some big effects. So it brings about some really positive and really big and deep shifts when working with this. So I'll tell you a bit more about that later. The universal interface healing transmission is either going to take 2 shows or 3 shows. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how it works out when I write next week's one. Then I will know. So it's either going to be 2 or 3. And then if we have a guest, I need to work it out. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. Actually, in fact, part of the universal interface system is actually featured in our weekly meditation. The core, when I mention the core, that is the very central part of the universal interface. So there you go. So let us get into our universal interface core, awakening the spark within hats, and let's do this. Okay, so relax. Get into a comfortable position and take off your shoes if you can. And sit and lay down, whichever you can do, whichever's possible for the space you're in. And close your eyes and clear your mind and be at peace. Okay. So focus on the point about 2 to 3 fingers width approximately below your navel. Staying at the level of this point, shift your focus to right inside your body. Go right inside your body. Any participating extraterrestrials, please focus on your own center within and go right inside your core. So you're now all in your core, the core of your body and the core of your entire energy field. Breathe deeply, slowly and deeply. Breathe in the pure light of spirit and exhale this pure light into your core. Fill this core space. Fill this space with pure, loving light with every out. Feel it spread out, revitalizing and rejuvenating your core. Keep breathing, saturating your core with spirit. As this pure, loving light spreads, it reveals a door. This is the lower door of your core. This has connections to your physical body. This is door number 1. Please walk towards this door. And with thanks and gratitude and a smile from your heart center, open the door and step through. You are now in the lower chamber of your core. Breathe deeply, slowly. Breathe in the pure light of spirit and exhale this pure light into the lower chamber of your core, filling it completely with pure, loving light. Keep breathing. And with every exhalation, feel this pure light spread, revitalizing and rejuvenating your lower chamber. Feel it clearing away all stuck energies, all dense energies, all heavy energies. Feel it revitalizing your physical body. Keep breathing. With every exhalation, more is cleared. More dense energy, more heavy energy, more stuck. More and more is cleared. Notice that you begin to feel brighter, more alive as your physical form is revitalized. As this pure loving light spreads and saturates your lower chamber, another door begins to be revealed. Walk closer. This is the middle door. Door number 2. Walk towards this door with thanks and gratitude and a smile from your heart center. Open the door and step through. You are all now in the middle chamber of your core, the chamber of the heart. Breathe deeply, slowly and deeply. Keep breathing. With every out-breath, gradually fill the middle chamber with love. Breathe in the pure, loving light of spirit and exhale this pure light into the middle chamber of your core, filling it completely with pure love. Keep breathing. With every exhalation, feel the light and the love spread. Feel it revitalize your middle chamber, filling it with love, clearing away all stuck energies, all dense energy. Feel it clearing away all heavy energies and all low frequency energy. Keep breathing. Keep clearing away all energies that are not loving energies. Let them dissolve so they cannot return. Every exhalation, more dense energy is cleared. More unloving energy is cleared, more and more. Love replaces all this dense energy. So keep breathing and exhaling until the only energy that can possibly exist in this middle chamber is the energy of love. Saturate your heart chamber with love unconditional. And as love takes over, another door is revealed. This is the upper door. Door number 3. Please walk towards this door. And with thanks and gratitude and a big loving smile from your heart center, open door number 3 and step through. You are now in the upper chamber of your core. This is your core connection to spirit and to spiritual realms. Breathe deeply. Breathe slowly and deeply. Breathe in the pure, sparkling, bright light of spirit and exhale this pure light into the upper chamber of your core, filling it completely with pure, loving, bright, sparkling light. keep breathing. With every exhalation, feel this wonderful light spread. Feel it revitalize your upper chamber. Feel it sparkle. Feel it clearing away all dense energies. Feel it clearing away all heavy energies. Feel it clearing away all blocks to higher dimensions, all blocks to spirit. Feel it opening and strengthening your connection to spirit. Keep breathing. Feel this pure, powerful, sparkling light of spirit. Feel it spread and spread until your upper chamber is absolutely full, until there is nothing else in your upper chamber but this pure, sparkling, bright and powerful light of spirit. Feel it, breathe it. Breathe it in, breathe it within and without. And let it spread throughout your physical form, into every cell, physical and etheric, into your DNA, RNA, into your nuclear bases. Feel it spread into every other part of you, chromosomes, fields, chakras, nadis, meridians, geometric and biogeometric structures. Let it spread throughout your field, right out, saturating every part of you, every particle. Feel it spread. Feel it transmuting all denseness, all stuckness. Feel it removing completely all blocks to all that you are and to all that is. Feel it. Now all of your systems and fields and all three chambers of your core are filled with the pure, loving, gentle and powerful light of spirit. Pause in this love. Feel the peace. Bathe it. And now take an even deeper breath. And this time exhale strongly, expanding this pure loving light of spirit, exploding it further and further, dimension to dimension, across all realities and across all parallels, further and further and further, until you experience a sudden stillness. You're at source. You have reached source. Feel the stillness. Feel the bliss. Feel the peace. Feel the love. Feel the purity. Bathe in this exquisite energy and give thanks for all that you are and for all that is. Remain in this state. Remember how it feels. Remember the stillness. Remember the peace. Remember the purity. Remember the love. Remember all this so that you can return to this blissful state at will. At any time that you wish to return, and give thanks for this gift. And now when you're ready, please slowly and gently open your eyes. Gently return to this reality, but while keeping your strong and renewed connection to Source. Okay. Thank you. So as you slowly and gently come back to the space we're in, I'll share with you a little about the universal interface. Okay, so this system's way out in your fields, and it consists of an inner and an outer structure. And through various points in this geometric structure, it transduces down the high frequencies coming in, transduces them gradually down through other systems like chakras and things like that. Transduces them down and down into frequencies that we can use in our physical bodies easily. I'm not going to show you any diagrams or drawings of this structure, as although I have worked with this system for a number of years, I've taught it as well, but to only two people, two lovely ladies from Canada, two colleagues of mine who specifically asked me to teach this to them. But apart from that and using it in clinical practice, I have not released anything into the public. So I'll just tell you about it with no diagrams. But now, since I taught these two lovely ladies, I have greatly expanded the universal interface. Originally, how it came through, I just started to see certain structures in the field. Just started to see these figure-8 energies and these positionings of them, and joined where the figure-8s were into, just joined the dots basically. That was how it started, and it just grew and grew and grew basically. And since I've taught these two ladies, as I said, I've greatly expanded it, because as always, when one starts working with something in clinical practice, more information is discovered. And not just more information about it for itself, but other uses for it. So hold on, there is a question before I go on. I am trying so hard to improve my energetic field, but all this negativity from the likes of Trump and other politicians is bringing me down. And don't get me started on Facebook. Can I heal myself from this negativity with the meditations? Well, the meditations are going to help, yes, but it's not going to clear all that, because you need to be clearing the emotions that are associated with it. You know, the emotions that that are connected with these things bringing you down, and what triggers this to happen. The meditations will help, yes. Part of this healing transmission for the universal interface should help, actually, because part of it is connected to depression when it's out of balance. Okay. So I would suggest to you that you put up some shields, some energetic shields from negativities. Just tune into yourself and feel or see, depending on how best you connect to energy. Some people see in their mind's eye, some people, or their internal screen, as some people call it, or actually some people physically see, some people hear, some people feel, they just feel. So see, feeling, hearing, sensing. It's best that you create your own personal protection. So just create your own personal protection to shield you from negativity coming in, and just allow in only positive stuff. Start off with doing that, okay? I hope that helps. You're most welcome to email me with any more information, and I can give you some more information via email if you want. So please email. Be free to email me. Okay. So back to the description. As I said, when one starts working with something in clinical practice, especially something new, it grows, it expands. You get to know more about how it works, what it does, what it doesn't do, how it affects people when it goes out of balance, what kind of things throw it out of balance. All these kind of things happen when you start to work with something So since I taught these two ladies, there's so much more I have discovered about this system, because I taught them in fairly early days. But I now need to write a whole new manual. It's come that far. I actually met one of these ladies a couple of days ago because she's over in the country. And we met and we were talking about this, and she's bullying me into hurrying up and writing the new manual. So that's yet another job I need to do. Okay, so as I said, the universal interface in our fields consists of an inner and an outer system. So the whole structure is connected energetically, and it forms what's called like a kind of tensegrity structure. Think of a 3D structure and then think of it being elastic. So it can go move, it can distort in all, different ways. It can pull out. It's tensegrity. The structure stays together, but it can distort, yeah? One bit can pull out or twist round or all sorts of things. But it will spring back into place once you've balanced the bits that are out of shape, kind of thing, or out of balance rather, better say. Out of balance. So that part of the universal interface is only a fairly recent discovery, like in the spring, I think sometime, I had a woman coming here for a session, and we actually had the universal interface in circuit, and I was working on it, and she was describing how she said, oh, I feel kind of back to front. So going deeper into it, I actually found that the whole system was switched around, and the parts that were at the front were in the back. It was all completely switched around. And of course, by the end of the session, it was in place. And I've also found like certain parts of the structure, which I call nodal points, can actually collapse right into the core. So you get like a hole, not a hole, but a big dip kind of thing. And I've even found a small number of people where their whole outer structure has collapsed into the core and the inner one is there. So it's kind of almost like kind of imploded. All sorts of weird and wonderful things. And obviously, in those kind of extreme cases, putting the system back as it should be has a wonderful effect, really positive shift. So I mentioned depression a little while ago. In the very early days, I did discover that the 2 points that are normally located at specific distances from the crown, when one or both of these points are collapsed in too close to the crown, this actually causes depression. And putting it back in place actually relieves the depression. And one client, a number of years ago, after these points were readjusted in a session, messaged me the next day saying that he woke up that morning feeling happy for the first time in 8 years. So that was really powerful. You see, things that throw the system out of balance and things that cause the nodal points to collapse in or go into a different position are things like trauma and shock, not just physical trauma and shock, but emotional trauma and shock, mental trauma and shock, spiritual trauma and shock, cosmic trauma and shock. Also, negative projections from other people to the person, energy drains. These kind of things affect the outer system more than the inner system. But there are lots of energetic things like that that do affect the outer system. Electromagnetic frequencies, as I said, trauma and shock, energy drains, negative projections, all that kind of thing. So of course in those cases you need to clear what has thrown those points out in the first place, and then it will go back to where it should be. Another thing is that each point, each nodal point in the outer and inner system, I found, and I only found this in the last year, they can actually behave as access points to other systems. Two of them are access points to immune systems, a master immune system and a regular immune system. We may get into that more in future healing transmissions. We may do some immune work. I'll see about that because that may get a little complicated, but we'll see. Okay, so if a certain nodal point is under stress, out of balance, not working how it should be, there's a very good chance that that system it accesses is also out of balance. So, and I found one of these very early on, and I was just starting to work with clients with this, so I didn't actually realize what was going on there. It was only like in the last year or two that I realized why that point had that stress and the system that connects to it. It all made sense. So these things come through gradually. And this has taken quite a few years. Also, the solfeggio tones, the solfeggio healing transmission that we did. Each of those solfeggio frequencies enters our fields, enters our system through specific points in the universal interface master system and core. Another point that accesses another system in the universal interface. One of those systems is the human blueprint. There's an access point through that to the human blueprint. So nowadays, if I find out which point is affected, I also address the system that it's an access point for. Okay, so this week we are going to work on the outer system. So we're working out to in. And that, I feel, is the best way to start. So, are you ready? Oh, a reminder, as I state every week, and for any new viewers, there are going to be some silent moments during this healing transmission. And this is to allow for things to shift or to integrate. Now, with this new healing transmission, the silences may be longer than usual. Well, definitely some of them are going to be longer than with the blueprint transmissions. And this is because it's a different kind of system, energetically, as I said in the beginning, and it's more geometric. You can't really describe the blueprint as being geometric. So basically this system needs more adjustments and repairs, as well as clearing certain energies. So be prepared for longer silences. And all you need to do, as always, is just chill, relax, just be, no stress. Just trust, go with the flow, right? Go with the flow. Just receive. Okay, so everyone please close your eyes again and relax. Take a deep breath. Exhale slowly. Just keep breathing and be relaxed while I do my preparation. The actual healing transmission itself begins when I say we command. The first part is my preparation. So just lay there and relax and just be. Shift to no space, no time now. Okay. Healing transmission team, please open and prepare a multidimensional space for a universal interface structure, healing, realignment, repair, reactivation, and recalibration. Thank you. Teams, please clear and remove any dense energies from my space and from the space of each being receiving this healing transmission. Teams, please place the being you're working with in a protective sphere to shield this being from all outside interference and negativity. I address all the guides, masters and teams of each human and extraterrestrial being receiving this healing transmission to please come online now. Please be on standby, ready to assist and support the being you're working with. Masters and specialists for both human and extraterrestrials, online now. Thank you. Teams for both humans and extraterrestrials, please access and connect to the universal interface, master system structure of the being you're working with. On all levels and layers, multidimensionally throughout space and time, and for the highest and best good of all, we request the optimal clearing, repair, alignments, activations and recalibrations that can possibly be made at this time for each receiving being. We command the clearing of all energetic pathways flowing in from negative space-time to all connecting nodal points of the universal interface master system structure of all the following. The clearing of all traumas and shocks on all levels. The clearing of any and all blockages. The clearing and removal of any and all negative self-beliefs. The clearing of all negative self-judgments. The clearing of all negative emotions. The clearing and removal of all interference energies and their attachments. The clearing of all imbalances. The clearing of any and all negative projections and negative projected emotions from others. The clearing of anything else that is or has been distorting and disturbing the integrity of the universal interface master system structure. We command the clearing from these same energetic pathways flowing into us from negative space-time to all connecting nodal points of the Universal Interface Master System structure. The clearing of all the following: all electromagnetic frequencies, including 3G, 4G, and 5G frequencies, and any other frequencies not mentioned that are or have been causing distortions and disturbances in the integrity of the Universal Interface Master System structure. We also command the clearing of all AI interference from all pathways flowing into the Universal Interface Master System nodal points. We command the clearing of the top Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow of all the following: the clearing of all AI interference and AI interference energies, the clearing of all traumas and shocks on all levels, the clearing of any and all blockages, the clearing and removal of any and all negative self-beliefs, the clearing of all negative self-judgments, clearing of all negative emotions, the clearing and removal of all interference energies and their attachments, Clearing of all imbalances. The clearing of all spiritual toxins. Clearing of all blocks to spirit. The clearing of any and all negative projections from others and projected negative emotions. Clearing of all energy drains. The clearing of all energies negatively affecting or blocking the feedback loop connecting to the human or extraterrestrial blueprint. The clearing of any electromagnetic frequencies, including 3G, 4G and 5G frequencies, and any other frequencies that are or have been causing distortions and disturbances in the top Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. The clearing of anything else that's not been mentioned, that is or has been distorting and disturbing the integrity of the top Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. All teams, please make all necessary repairs to the top Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. We command the clearing of the bottom Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow of all of the following. The clearing of all AI interference and AI energies. All traumas and shocks on all levels. The clearing of any and all blockages. The clearing and removal of any and all negative self-beliefs. Clearing of all negative self-judgments. All negative self-emotions. The clearing and removal of all interference energies and their attachment. Or imbalances, distortions. The clearing of all toxins affecting the physical body. The clearing of all frequency memory. of harmful bacteria and viruses. The clearing of the frequency memory of all harmful pathogens. The clearing of all ungroundedness. The clearing of any and all negative projections from others and projected negative emotions. The clearing of all energy drains. The clearing of all energies negatively affecting the feedback loop, connecting to the innate master immune system and the adaptive master immune system. The clearing of any electromagnetic frequencies, including 3G, 4G, and 5G frequencies, and any other detrimental frequencies that are or have been causing distortions and disturbances in the bottom Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. The clearing of anything else not mentioned that is or has been distorting and disturbing the integrity of the bottom Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. Teams, please make all necessary repairs. to the bottom Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. We command the clearing of the left Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow of all of the following. The clearing of all AI interference and all AI interference energies. All traumas and shocks on all levels. The clearing of any and all blockages. The clearing and removal of any and all negative self-beliefs. The clearing of all negative self-judgments. The clearing of all negative emotions. The clearing and removal of all interference energies and their attachments. The clearing of all imbalances in the multidimensional nature of the yin aspect mental field. All blocks and distortions to the connection and functions of the yin aspect mental field. The clearance of any and all negative projections from others. Projected negative emotions and energy drain. The clearing of any electromagnetic frequencies, including 3G, 4G and 5G frequencies, and any other frequencies that are or have been causing distortions and disturbances in the left master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. The clearing of anything else not mentioned that is or has been distorting and disturbing the integrity of the left master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. Teams make all necessary repairs to the left master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. We command the clearing of the right master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow of all of the following: the clearing of all AI interference and AI interference energies, or traumas and shocks at all levels, any and all blockages, the clearing and removal of any and all negative self-beliefs, negative self-judgment, all negative emotions, the clearing and removal of all interference energies and their attachment, all imbalances in the multidimensional nature of the yang aspect mental field, all blocks and distortions to the connection and functions of the yang aspect mental field. Any and all negative projections from others and projected negative emotions. The clearing of all energy drains. The clearing of any electromagnetic frequencies, including 3G, 4G and 5G frequencies, and any other frequencies that are or have been causing distortions and disturbances in the right Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. The clearing of anything else that hasn't been mentioned, that is or has been distorting and disturbing the integrity of the right Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. Teams make all necessary repairs to the right Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. We command the clearing of the back Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow of all of the following. The clearing of all AI interference and AI interference energies. All traumas and shocks at all levels. Any and all blockages. The clearing and removal of any and all negative self-beliefs. Negative self-judgments. Negative emotions. The clearing and removal of all interference energies and their attachments. The clearing and release of all past incarnation traumas, shocks, and interference energies, along with all their attachments. The clearing of all energies causing me to remain stuck in past incarnations, pulling me back and thus preventing me from being fully present in my current incarnation. The clearing of all negative projections and projected negative emotions from others, and all energy drain. The clearing of all electromagnetic frequencies, including 3G, 4G and 5G frequencies, and any other frequencies that are or have been causing distortions and disturbances in the back Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. The clearing of anything else that has not been mentioned, that is or has been distorting and disturbing the integrity of the back Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. Teams, please make all necessary repairs. We command the clearing of the front Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow of all the following. The clearing of all AI interference and AI interference energies. All traumas and shocks in all levels. The clearing and removal of any and all negative self-beliefs. all negative self-judgments, all negative emotions, the clearing and removal of all interference energies and their attachments. The clearing and release of all future incarnation traumas, shocks and interference energies, along with all their attachments. The clearing of all energies causing me to remain stuck in future incarnations, pulling me out of time, out of my current incarnation, and thus preventing me from being fully present. The clearing of any and all negative emotions projected by others, the clearing of all negative projections and energy drains from others. The clearing of anything else that has not been mentioned, that is or has been distorting and disturbing the integrity of the front Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. Teams, please make all necessary repairs to the front Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow. We now command all of the following: the cleansing, reactivation, and recalibration of each and every Master 8 nodal point and its figure 8 energy flow to enable the full reception of its relevant cosmic stream in flow. We command the repositioning of each and every Master 8 nodal point to its correct location We command the recalibration of each and every master 8 nodal point to its correct operating frequency. We command the immediate formation of a permanent protective field around each and every master 8 nodal point in order to shield and protect from all detrimental electromagnetic frequencies, including 3G, 4G and 5G frequencies, cell towers, smart meters, and any other detrimental frequencies not mentioned that need protection and shielding from. The immediate formation of a permanent protective field around each and every master 8 nodal point to shield and protect from all AI interference and AI interference energies. We command the restoration and renewal of correct and optimal figure 8 flow from each and every master 8 nodal point. Please adjust. We command the stabilization of the entire Universal Interface Master System structure multidimensionally. We request that all these clearings, repairs, repositionings, reactivations, recalibrations, shieldings and protections be checked daily and adjusted as required for each receiving being each day for the next 5 days, and or as for often as is necessary for each being. We give great thanks to all the beings who assisted in this process, and we now request to be returned to the earth plane fully present and intact on all levels. Okay, everyone. Gently come back to the space we're in and open your eyes. That was big, huh? Okay, we have a question. Can I explain what the 5G element is in this healing? As I'm not sure exactly what it is and I would like to know more. Also, I live right next door to a 150 feet cell tower and have no idea what it is doing to my health. Okay, well, 5G is the 5th generation of mobile phone, cell phone communications. We had 3G, we had 4G, we had 2G, I think, But now there's 5G. I'm not sure if 5G is out in England yet. I'm not sure. But in USA, I understand 5G is out. It's supposed to be high performance, high data rate, things like that. But all these frequencies are actually detrimental to the health. And living right next to a cell tower is not great. If you're able to move, if it were me personally, I would move. There's lots of information you can find online about this. I'll try and find some links about this. And I'll give you all some links. But if you'd like to email me, I will find these links and email them to you directly if you wish. I once had to go to France for about 5 days or so, 6 days. There was a woman who had to move out into the middle of nowhere because she was extremely sensitive to electromagnetic frequencies. That was even before 4G. That was when there was 3G. And she was in a terrible state, even with TVs and phones. You know, when you have a phone upstairs and a phone downstairs, if the phone upstairs started ringing, she would start to vomit. Something in her life happened and triggered this extreme sensitivity, and she had to move away. And I was there to do sessions on her so that she could actually function in the normal world, because hiding away is okay, but you just can't hide away forever. You have to live, you know, you have to cope with these things and you have to find a way to do it. So the best way is to clear what is preventing you from being able to live in these times. You have to adapt. But some people are very, very sensitive to these frequencies and find it very difficult. It really does affect them very badly. But there are ways in energetic kinesiology that I'm trained in. There's quite a few ways to deal with this. If you are sensitive, one way is the central vessel meridian is connected to this, to electromagnetic sensitivity. The more blocked acupoints you have along central vessel meridian, the more sensitive to these frequencies you will be. If you have all your acupoints along central vessel working and unblocked, you will have you'll be quite resistant to electromagnetic frequencies. But that's not all of it. That's just one thing you can do, because you do directly challenge people's systems with mobile phones, with computers, with laptops, all sorts of things, and balance them against that so that they can actually work with these things without becoming really ill. And there's another thing that I am working with also. which I'm just starting to work with, so I don't want to say too much about that now. But that should also help people. But it's just taking it a step further, because these energies are becoming more and more powerful, and so we need something more powerful so that we can live without being, what's the word, crippled in a way by these frequencies that we have to live with. So I hope that helps you. So that's it. Let's wind things up. Next week we're going to be doing the Universal Interface Inner System. And this may include the core. I'm not sure. We shall see. So it'll either be another week of Universal Interface or 2 more weeks. Okay, so everybody have a wonderful evening. And I thank you all for participating. I thank you all for watching the show. And I thank you all for all that you are. So teams, please run grounding frequencies on all of us who participated in the meditation and healing transmissions. I thank you. I wish you all a wonderful good night, and please join me again next week for another meditation and another healing transmission. Good night. Lots of love.
Humanity has been on an epic journey of discovery, learning the truth about the world we live in. New discoveries about the true origins of humanity, ancient history, free energy, as well as the systematic corruption of world governments are now on the forefront of our daily reality. Is the world headed towards destruction based on control and power? Or is an opportunity now being presented to shift and uplift into a higher consciousness? My name is Mel V, co-founder and creative director of Conscious Consumer Network, an independent broadcast network that was launched on the 1st of January 2015. In the last 3 years, Conscious Consumer Network has broadcast over 2,800 shows in multiple languages, featuring guests from across the world, whilst creating media that is aimed at the creation of a free, fair, peaceful, just, sustainable world. Conscious Consumer Network provides full training and an interactive support network for all broadcasters, and we are always looking for inspiring and educational content.
Hi, this is Lady Liberty.
And this is Mira Siegel.
In 2018, Conscious Consumer Network has expanded to multiple broadcast locations, increasing our availability and reach across the world, remaining on the cutting edge of independent media. If we wish to create a better world, we must first create better media, geared towards real education instead of indoctrination.
You guys really are what changing the world is going to be about. It's educating kids at a grassroots level.
Having become a pillar of stability in the turbulent world of independent media, we have even more going on in 2018. Conscious Consumer Network is a publicly funded network, and we rely on all of you to keep us on the air. Show your support for independent media by donating to our 2018 Network Support Fund. Dare to seek a better world. Support independent media.